Hi, I'm Noah Fortner, and it is the spookiest time of the year. And if you're in Australia, I'm not just talking about bloody tax season. The Purge is a franchise. Whether you believe it to be good or not is subjective, but in my opinion, I think that it is a very, very solid idea with a couple of very, very solid movies. The movies ranging in literally different ends of the spectrum on enjoyment, with some of them being genuinely entertaining and compelling and fun, with others just be kind of middling, and the first one just being some of the worst characters and dialogue and story I've ever seen in any movie to date.
Please just let us purge.
And on my watch through of series each year, I watch through a different horror franchise each year, along with some other ones. This year was The Purge. I realized how easy it would be to convert The Purge as an idea or as movies into a video game setting. Just standing from a story perspective, each movie has a story that could literally be in any fucking video game. The first movie, you're stuck in a house defending yourself against invading purgers who want to kill a homeless guy or something, and you could play as Ethan Hawke, and it could be like Rainbow Six, where it's 5 on 5, and one of you is the little boy with the fucking weird ass baby doll drone shit. But then you get to like Purge Anarchy, which could borrow from games like Dead Rising. Am I thinking of the right game? Am I thinking of the right game? Dead Rising. Yeah, no, I'm thinking of the right game. Where Frank Grillo, whatever his actual name is going around town helping and saving some people. Reluctantly, of course, but that's essentially what you're kind of doing in Dead Rising anyway, so maybe borrowing some ideas from that, tweaking them a little bit here and there to make a story mode out of that is also very easy. As well as Game 3, Purge the election year, where this lady wants to get elected so she can get rid of the Purge, but then also Frank Grillo's in it again, and he's like a security guard, and then like they get attacked or whatever, and then you have to like fucking escort them to a fucking safe spot, which is essentially just The Last of Us. You just play just like The Last of Us. You just gotta get from one point A to point B, but like you gotta protect them and keep them alive and or whatever. And even like I think the fourth Purge, or aka the first Purge, would also be just a very good, if you just did like even just the last fucking scene of that movie where you have to like fight your way up to the top of the tower to save your family or whatever. And I don't fucking know, maybe the fifth one is just like you just trying to get to the border of Mexico so you can escape the forever purge. I don't really like that one. That one's kind of boring. Well, yes, these are very good options for a single player campaign. I think the real question is how to turn the Purge into a good multiplayer game that isn't just a battle royale. Because everything's a battle royale now, and I hate battle royale. But I think I do have to borrow some things from a battle royale. We need purr into the mic. Don't fuck with it. So yeah, it's gonna have some battle royale type feat, but also I think changing a couple of things into making this game would greatly separate it from just the generic battle royale. I don't think there has to be just a singular, just one winner. I think you can have multiple winners or just survivors, and maybe your goal is to just get the highest kill count. Maybe these games have like a good time limit, like an hour, or shorter or longer. I don't know. Maybe you have time beforehand to prepare and like build a base or something, but like once the Purge starts, you can't build anymore. You can only repair to kind of separate building from like Fortnite. Maybe you can solo play or team play in the same lobby. That happens in the movie. There's people soloing, running around, fucking around doing the Purge, but there's also like groups of friends. Maybe setup time can be used to collect weapons or costumes or materials or Obviously cosmetics are going to be a huge factor of this game because the Purge series whole, even from the beginning, kind of had this creepy, weird mask aesthetic. There's some like kooky like masks and designs that some of the characters have, and some of them are really, really good, and others are like this. Maybe there are some side objectives like trying to kill or collect other players to deliver to rich people on Purge night that want to do a weird cultish purge killing. Maybe some of the objectives are like to save some people or help out someone or help out a group, and maybe they can pay you in ammo and materials or money or something that could benefit you the player in the future. Maybe you can set bounties on people so that you can hunt these high value targets. Maybe there's NPCs in the game that are high value targets. Maybe there's different factions that are existing in the movies that would also exist in a game. Also borrowing some stuff from like games like Dead by Daylight. Creating, not Dead by Daylight, what was the one I said earlier? Making crazy weapons or crazy traps to end up killing a bunch of random people in a game or NPCs would be a very fun addition to this game. I'm getting a call. Right, so you've heard everything I've said about the Purge. Let me just explain this to the view. My girlfriend is in the other room. She is on Discord. Apparently my Discord is still on, and it has been on since last night when we played Minecraft. She is currently listening to everything that I say. I didn't know that. But Hannah, since you have been listening to everything that I've said, what are your thoughts about this video game idea?
I said I've been listening, not paying attention, dog.
But that's kind of all I had for this video. Maybe this idea can eventually become something. I think that it would be a very, very easy thing to do. Do I think it can be done well? Yes. Do I think it would be done well if it were to be made into a video game? No. And it is my favorite time of the year, the spookiest season, and this year I'm working at a haunted house. And there may or may not be a video about it. I might just talk about it at the end of your video. Come here, we gotta do the outro. Ugh. Anyway, if you'd like to watch my last video, you can do that right here. And if you wanna stay tuned to see what I make in the rest of the year, oh my God. Ugh. You can do that by subscribing here. I have been Noah Fortner, this has been Queenie, that's been Cole, and have a nice day and stay safe out there.